First of all, thank you, the team Ekam, for giving me this opportunity and for the whole Swapnil, Meryl, everyone, and for showing your interest in Ayurveda. So let's move on to the topic, as the notion suggests, like Ayurveda for physical and mental health, right? So before we actually begin, we should actually know the reason why we need to choose Ayurveda. Okay, but I'm sure that most of you, at least every one of you, would be at least heard of the term Ayurveda, right? And but some may think that it is, at least 10% of the people may think that it is a group of a bunch of homemade home remedies, that has been passed from generation to
Yes,
generation.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is not. It's a very scientific science. It's a wisdom. It's a facts. A group of knowledge that tells not just about Ayurveda, means about the health, but whole of the universe. Be it it comes to the water, fruits, vegetables, what to eat, what not to eat. I would like to tell it as a like a user manual. It tells us about how to use our life that is gifted to us. And how to lead a better way of living. Okay, right from the simpler things, right from getting up early in the morning, then when to sleep, when to eat the food, what kind of food to be eaten, and also how to tackle the change in seasons. Okay, like what to eat in particular season to combat the heat and cold and whatever things like that. So not just that, even the environmental hazards, the about the minerals, water, types of water, the types of fruits in its vegetations, the crops, everything it has been told about. So it is very much unlike how the modern research studies says, with few years they say that maybe, for example, the coconut oil was they used to frighten like us, they can cause cardiovascular problems. Eating rice can cause weight gain. Such studies have been showed like about 10 years back. But the same studies right now they say that it's fine to eat. It's good to eat rice. It's good to eat ghee. It's good to have coconut, oil, etc. Okay, but the thing is, the Ayurveda is always very, very stern about its theories and about its positions. It's very scientific because it very has a very strong foundation, and that is why it is relevant in the today's world and the days and years to come also. Okay, so it is very much applicable in today's world.
So I have one question, like how people are taking Ayurveda in Finland.
Yes, right now I'm in Finland actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. People are very much welcoming here. And I was actually thinking, like they wouldn't be aware of that, what is Ayurveda and all. But people are already into so much into the basic things, like yoga, Ayurveda, meditation. They are like craving for that. They're always looking, as we in Indians are always looking up to the West, they are actually looking on us,
Oh,
So they are
great.
very, very keen to understand our, the sciences, the Ayurveda, whatever it is, even the astrology, they're very much surprised and they're very like willing to learn and willing to understand the science behind it. They really religiously follow whatever, the small tips, the Dinacharya, even if you see the YouTube videos, there are n number of YouTubers, that are from the West, the foreigners, like,
Okay.
who do Ayurveda vlogs and everything. But if you see the same number in our country, it's quite less.
It's
Only the
quite
Ayurveda
less.
doctors
Yes,
do it.
yes. So
Yeah.
it's like this is our we have been conducting this session for the last 6 months. So this month
Uh-huh.
completed 6 months, but for the first time we are doing something on Ayurveda. So we
Okay.
have done meditation, finance, yoga, and all other stuff.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is for the first time we are just conducting something around Ayurveda and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and also it's a good that you people, the Tekam is doing a wonderful job in creating so much awareness in people for helping them to live better. It's a very good initiative actually
Yes.
to be appreciated. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's
Well,
get
yeah, there is restrictions in giving medicines as such, which
it.
contains minerals like how we give in India. It is not considered as a medical system in Finland, but
Okay.
integrative system, like holistic approach. We're not supposed to put up the diagnosed terms like you have this problem. We are not supposed to tell it out in English terms. I mean, medical terms, but rather we can use our own Ayurveda terms and then treat it. Yeah, I'm getting good number of clients on a daily basis, and
Great.
yeah, they good results also. Most of them have problems with the gut, GIT problems. Once you fix that, your mental issues, everything is getting
So
resolved. So
can you
it's
explain what that is also? Because I am not aware of that, and I think most of the people are not aware of that.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it. No worries.
Sure. Great. Let's carry forward.
So Ayurveda is the term. It contains two words, that is Ayur and Veda. Okay, Ayur means like life, and Veda is nothing but wisdom or information or knowledge. And it is one of the oldest system of medicine, and which is about estimated 5,000 years ago. And the main focus of Ayurveda is not just treating a disease or getting out of a disease, but also like the main intention is the prevention of disease and to promote the health. And then later comes, later we are taught about in our curriculum also. Later we are taught about how to deal with the disease and how to treat it. Okay, so that much importance it gives in establishing a very good foundation of good health and immunity, and rather than and then curbing your own about any disease that comes, if at all. Yeah, so we are all looking for health, right? And we should be able to assess ourselves, like, are we healthy enough? Not just rely on the blood test or lab reports. Okay, that doesn't actually tell everything about our health. Okay, so rather than just like how the WHO defines it, it's like a state of mental, physical, and social well-being. Ayurveda takes it more to a deeper level, telling about this is a shloka we have in our Sushruta Samhita. That is nothing but whose doshas or constitution, which we'll talk later, is balanced, whose agni or the digestive capacity is in good balance, and whose dhatus or the body tissues are working properly, and the elimination, the proper elimination of the bowels, the mala we call it as, that is happening in a right way, and whose indriya, the sense organs, the mind, atma, everything is in bliss. So that individual will be called as a healthy person. Okay, and we call it as swastha. So briefly, I would like to tell what to expect actually from this session. Beside the basic background of Ayurveda, there is a little emphasis on physical health, mental health, daily routine, and for the skin and hair health, and also the food, to what all to eat on a daily basis, what not, like that. So as we move on, like we must understand the basic factors that the Ayurveda relies on is about doshas, three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay, so we know that the universe is made up of Pancha Mahabhuta, Prithvi, Up, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. Okay, so these Mahabhutas are present in our body as well. Okay, in the form of these Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So Vata is nothing but air, air-like. It just contains more of space and air element. So all the functions like movement in the body, for example, the breathing or the circulation of the blood or the movement of flatus, the downward movement of the gas, okay, and all these movements, is actually governed by Vata in the body. And when it comes to Pitta, it's more heating, okay, there is more fire and water content, water element in the body. And that actually denotes to more of breaking down or catabolic activities or denaturing of protein, digestion that's happening. It's not just about the digestion in the stomach, but also the skin, the color of the what do you call, the color of the skin, the color of the hair, color of eyes, all is determined by Pitta. Okay, so coming to Kapha, it's more of like has a weight. It is more of water and earth. And for example, the least way I can explain is about the congestion that you feel in the throat, nose, eyes when you the sinuses when you get up early in the morning. That's Kapha. And also the lubrication, the fluid that is present in all joints that gives a lubrication for our joint is a kapha. And the immunity action that is taking place in our body is all governed by kapha. Even our mental activities also, the brain functions. So these three of them are essentially very much, essential for our body functioning and has to be in balance. Okay, yeah. So depending on this, the predominance and the level will determine the body types. One must have already heard about body type. For example, I can say, at least in our classrooms or office or in our house, there would be some person, there would be at least one person who would be very lean and they can eat anything. Okay, they eat anything, their junk food or whatever they like, and still be not gaining weight easily. And if at all, if they gain weight, they'll be easily shedding it off. Yeah. Okay, but at the same time, there would be some person who's trying very hard to lose weight, going to gym, doing everything, But if at all, if they have something for their cheap meal, okay, and that is going to just sniffing the smell of the food is going to give back the the calories, and it's accumulating the fat. Yeah. So, and we commonly say, generally we say it's because of their body type. Also, for example, there are people who say even when it's cold outside or it's rainy season, there would be some people who say to on the fan or to on the ACs and all. So it's all depending on their body type. And this body type, or prakriti, we call it as, prakriti is the word nothing but normalcy. Okay, that's our, which is normal to us. Each individual has their own normalcy. So that normalcy is depending upon these three factors like vata, pitta, and kapha. And it is the ratio of these that makes particular prakriti. So it's always a combination. It's not always like a single dosha. No, it's not like that. It's always a combination of these doshas. Okay. So there is vata, pitta, and kapha. I can just note the body structures also, how they have. Now
I got it.
now we'll see each one of them. Yeah. Also, if you can, on the way, if you can just, like tick or understand your own, if you want to know your body type, you can just keep an eye on, which of these. I can just take a screenshot or do it later. Or
I am already recording it, and it will be helpful for
our people. Fine. So vata predominant body type will be someone who is always a little bit on the leaner side, slim, slender, and always, they find it very hard to gain weight. And if at all, if they do, they easily shut off, just without eating one meal, they'll lose it all. Okay. And their skin is very dry usually, and hair is also dry, brittle, and thin. And they have easy losing of hair and all. And also the eyes are very small and feels dryness often. There's generally dryness in the body actually. And the hands and the legs are very small and dry, rough, but the fingers are very long and very attractive, And the activities, how they do is a very, very active person. They're very active person, and they are always on the go. They walk, they talk very fastly. They uses their gestures or hand gestures. They'll have some peculiar way of talking, everything. Okay. And the sleep is very light. Coming to sleep, it's very light, and they're easily awakened, just by getting some sound from the neighborhood. Yeah. And they keep dozing and turning on the bed and all. So they are light sleepers. Okay. And coming to appetite, it's more of, like it keeps varying. Sometimes they eat properly, sometimes they cannot eat. They don't have a good appetite. Okay. And they often feel the dryness in the gut as well. They feel constipated, cannot, pass the bowels properly. Some days they don't even pass the motion also. Yeah, there are conditions like that. And often they are the ones who are fickle-minded. They cannot concentrate on a particular thing calmly. They cannot be mindful in doing one thing. They're always, thinking of the next. Okay, if that is not done, if this is not done, okay, I should do the next. And they lack the proper concentration in what he or she is doing at the moment. Okay. And they often feel anxiousness, nervous, stress-related issues. And also they're very quick in learning. Okay, they are very good in learning, but at the same time they'll forget it very, very quickly. Okay. And the problems or the health concerns that can affect them would be like pain and aches in the body, degenerative kind of problems, arthritis, osteoporosis kind of symptoms. I mean diseases. Pitta predominant prakriti.
I would request to mute everyone. We can't hear her. Can you please go on mute, Satish? Regina. Yeah. Thank you.
So, Pitta predominant body type. It's a medium build, and skin is somewhat reddish color. And there will be lots of moles, freckles, black marks and all. And also they're prone to get more acne in the skin also. And the hair is also a little bit brownish or reddish tone. They naturally have that. And eyes are of medium size, and hands is almost like pinkish and yellowish also, and moist also. And the activities, they are very, very fond of adventures, coming up with new things, and they're very good in initiating a new, something new. Like if you have a meeting or something, they'll be the one who's initiating it. They're always ready to be on the go, like that kind of. And also they're very aggressive. They react very quickly without even thinking, and they lose temper easily. But at the same time, they cool down easily also. but still, they can cause more problematic things when it comes to relationships wise. And the sleep is pretty good, okay, and they have very very good appetite, okay. They cannot think about even missing a meal, because missing a meal would make them very agitated and angry and tired, everything. So they have a very good appetite, and also they perspire a lot, they sweat a lot, okay, even if it is cold weather or something, still they perspire. They keep drinking a lot of water, they have so much of thirst also. And also they have a tendency to get more loose bowels on a daily basis. And the diseases or the health conditions that they can be prone to would be more of acidity issues, bloating, acidity, and we call it as GERD, that is gastrointestinal reflux, acid reflux. And the skin issues also can be one of the problem, and the migraine issues, premature graying of hair, can be pitta predominant body types, health conditions. Okay. And coming to kapha predominant body type, they are very, very well built and very easily gains weight, as I said. And the skin is very smooth, very lustrous, very, like it's a slightly pale in color, and the hair is also very thick and silky and black. Okay. And the eyes are very attractive. Okay. Eyes are really attractive and big and with round, black eyeballs. It's quite attractive. We can just notice in next time. And also the hands are very moist, soft, and firm and thick. Also, the fingers are a little bit fat, and the activities they tend to do is very slow and very gracefully, steadily, and it takes time for everything. Okay, they takes enough time, for ample time for each and everything they do. For example, if someone is getting out from the house or the whole family, all the vata and pitta people will be already waiting for the kapha person to pack their bag and come out of the house. So that slow they will be doing, and they think that whatever they're doing, they think so much. Okay, they think twice or thrice, and then they come to a decision or do a thing, etc. Okay, and they're very heavy sleeper. They always tend to be a little more lazy, sitting on the couch, lying down. They like to settle on the couch rather than going for a outing on a weekend days or something like that. And also, they don't easily get a good hunger. Even if they miss a meal, it's fine for them. They can starve, no problem. Okay, and they are regular with their bowel movements. It's soft and regular. Okay, and the disease conditions or the health conditions that can affect them would be like metabolic conditions, like diabetes, hyperlipidemia conditions, and obesity, weight gain, water retention, all that symptoms. Okay, so. So actually, what is the need of knowing the body type? Is it just for knowing the body type, or is there a particular need of knowing it? Actually, yes, it is required to understand, about ourselves and feed us with what nourishment, what proper nourishment our body actually needs, rather than just following the food fads and like what you see on the social media. So you need to, after knowing your body type, you can feed your body, and also with the lifestyle changes, you can actually give your body that is actually what is required. And also we'll be having a like knowledge about the diseases that we are prone to, so that we can easily prevent them from coming in your way. Okay, so that's the reason why you can know your body type. So it's nothing complicated. Actually, just understanding about the basic things like these have a high on your hunger, your thirst, bowel evacuations, and your energy levels. Because your hunger is a base, and Ayurveda, everything tells about the Agni, the digestive fire. So if you're able to digest properly, then half work is done. And if your elimination is proper, okay, the daily evacuation of the bowels, then that is really good sign of good metabolism and good digestion that's taking place. And also the coming to thirst, we should actually drink water according to our thirst. Okay, in Ayurveda, it's told like that. And it's not like everyone needs to drink 3 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter of water or 8 glasses of water per day. It's not like that. It's according to your body type, and it's according to your thirst that you should be doing it. Okay. And yeah, so the common recommendations for all doshas in general, I would like to say, is these are the small things, the like small, the very, very effortless, light things that matters a lot on a long run. These are often told by our parents or grandmothers and all, but we tend to not follow them often. So eat in a very quiet atmosphere without watching TV or using phone and all. and be very mindful while eating, like what you're eating, their flavors, the textures, everything you should be mindful of. And also sit and eat your meal. And even after finishing your meal, you can sit for a few minutes, okay, and then resume to your activities. And also, there is a concept called Shat Pavali in Ayurveda. That's nothing but walking 100 steps after the meals. Just after the meals, like about 15 to 20 minutes, you can walk for at least 100 steps. That is 5 to 7 minutes inside the room itself. If you're in an office or somewhere, because that has a very good impact on the glucose levels and the metabolism, the better digestion and all. So you can practice that. After every meal, you can just sit for like 20 minutes and then you can walk around the house for about 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah. So then avoid cold food and cold drinks, because cold generally the system, the gut and the heating, the stomach and the digestive system is all heating, okay. And when you add the cold water or cold drinks as such into the system, it's going to dampen the digestive system, digestive fire, we call agni. Okay, and that is going to be taking the effect on the digestion of the proteins, digestion of carbohydrate, etc. And the end result is it is not digested in a better way, and it leads to, we call it as ama, pro-inflammatory conditions. That is undigested waste material, we can call simple term. Yeah, so when this ama is building up in the system, that can lead to n number of diseases. That can pop up as a skin disease. It can come as a metabolic disorders or PCOD, weight gain, obesity, all the conditions. Okay, so it's always important to nurture your digestive system, to nurture your gut and keep it warm and moist, so that less energy is required. All of your energy is not required to burn up the food that you're taking. You're always supporting your body to digest it. Okay, so always have warm water. Okay. And then raw food is another thing is raw food, because we always think that salad is very, very healthy because it's all lots of vegetables. Yes, definitely vegetables are healthy, but at the same time, the raw green leafy vegetables contain a lot of cellulose content. Okay, so when the cellulose is very much hard for the stomach to digest it, and we find it very difficult to digest, and the result is so much of bloating, acidity, the hiccups, the belching that's happening, the chest pain. People often tell that. Okay, so here also in Finland, the people consume so much of salads. But the thing is, you need to cook your food, cook your salad, vegetables or your greens. Just at least blanch it and then eat it with adding a bit of spices, salt, and all. And it's more easily digestible. Okay, and it improves the metabolism and it keeps full. And then avoid taking meal until the previous one has been digested. So you should not take food because it's time and you need to have it. No, it's not like that. You should always assess how much hunger you have. Are you really hungry? Are you craving for the food? And then go for it. Okay. Then also there is a concept of Viruddha Ahara in Ayurveda called as incompatible food. That is wrong combinations of food. Okay. These some of the have been mentioned. That is nothing but combining fruits with milk or yogurt. That's tasty shakes that we get. That's not actually good to have on a regular basis, because that's going to dampen the system, the metabolism. It slows down the metabolism. It brings up ama, can cause skin disease on a long run. Everything. Okay. So, and then also combining milk products with fish. Okay, in Kerala we have something called as buttermilk curry, and that along with the fish is again not advised by any Ayurveda doctors. They tell to refrain from it. Yeah, and also the curd at dinner time. Okay, curd can be taken on a regular basis, but only during the lunch. But for the dinner, it's not advised. Then consumption of fruits immediately before and after the meals. Yeah, when it comes to fruits, there is a little bit of rules, in taking the proper way of consumption of fruits. Fruits are first of all very, very healthy. It's contained lots of antioxidants. It's very good for the body. But at the same time, the right way of eating a fruit is very important. Otherwise, it can cause you, more harm than benefits. Because even it can cause, like fatty liver problems also. So it's always not advised to mix it, like mixing. What I meant is, like taking along, like it's a common practice we've seen in Indian homes that after the dinner you sit with your, like fruit salad bowl and have your fruits, right? That's not the right way. We are not supposed to mix the normal food like the dal, sabzi, rice, etc. in our stomach along with the fruits. The reason is the enzymes or the rice and the other stuff need a longer time to be in the system, rather the fruits requires very less time for the digestion. And when you're mixing it, combining it together into the stomach, right before you take your meal or right after you taking your meal, you have your fruit, then it's going to be in the system for a long term and results in like burping, acidity issues, the proper digestion doesn't take place, and it's again going to slow down your metabolism.
So
Okay.
what is the perfect time or something that we should?
So the best way to have your fruit is actually at least with a gap of 1.5 hours before or after the meals. So when you have your breakfast by maybe 8 o'clock, then you can have 8 or 8:39, then you can have your fruit by 11 o'clock. Always the midday fruit is very, very healthy. You can have by 11 o'clock fruit, and then by 1 or 1:30, you can have your lunch.
Got it.
Yeah. So also there is one more thing, that is mixing of different types of fruit. Okay, we tend to eat the fruit bowl, right? The fruit salad or something. But instead of that, you can have concentrate on a single type of fruit.
At one time?
Yeah, like a sweet fruit or sour fruit or something like that, and do not combine everything. Even it's the same happens. It's to take care of your gut health and digestion.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So also, it's best to have it during the daytime and rather than the nighttime. Okay. And also, then combining different types of fruits, as I said, and then combining equal quantity of ghee and honey is also not advised in Ayurveda. It's considered to be something like a toxic effect. And also heating of honey. Honey is also not advisable. But people see that they tend to use honey in their, herbal teas, or they think it is very healthy as an alternative to sugar, and they pour it in the hot water. I mean, hot drinks or whatever it is. But that's not healthy. Always cool it down and then add the honey and then have it. It's great. Yeah. So these are the foods you can have it on a daily basis. Okay. Ayurveda actually suggests not to starve. Okay. The trend of the food fads that we see today, like have more of protein, have more of veggies, and limit the usage of rice, right? Maybe just a spoon, just a 1 spoon or 2 spoon of rice, and the plate is filled with lots of vegetables and protein. But at the same time, but Ayurveda doesn't actually ask you to follow that. Instead, they tell you to have 6 rasas, so shad rasas in the meal, where Mathura rasa to be the maximum, to be in larger quantity. So Madhura rasa, what they meant is actually not eating any laddus or jalebis or something, but rather it's about the carbohydrates. Okay, and the daily usable the grains or the food what is recommended is rice, wheat, and barley. Okay, and but people nowadays find difficulty in digesting the gluten from wheat, etc. So, but what do you think? What you should always keep in mind is always have a satmya ahara, what we were having right from our childhood, our parents were having it. Apart from the quality of that, we cannot do anything. The quality of the milk that we get these days, the gluten, I mean, the wheat that we get these days. What we should be, nurturing cultivating our, developing our gut health properly so that we're able to digest it. That should be the intention. So we can definitely have rice. Rice is very nourishing and light for digestion, and it's eaten more towards in the southern part of the India. Rather, in northern part, it's more of a wheat that is being eaten. And if it's satmya, it is a so what we call satmya is a you've been eating from right from the childhood, then you must continue eating that, no problem. Okay, so rice, then amla, raisins, pomegranate, ghee, all these can be eaten for a daily basis. Rock salt, rock sugar, green gram. For the lentils, when you cook lentils, if you can soak the lentils like green gram and all, like at least for 3 hours, this makes it more easy for digestion. Okay, that is helping good for the gut health also. And also barley, almonds, everything. Almonds also, like all the nuts can be soaked the previous night and then eaten. It is more easily digested. It's more good, less energy is required for the breakdown. Okay, so these are the food that you can have it on a daily basis. Also, for the women who do not have heavy periods, they can have sesame seeds as well. Okay, it's very good for calcium levels, especially for women's health. Actually, sesame seeds can be taken on a daily basis. Just a spoon of sesame seeds, then a spoon of ghee and a spoon of jaggery. Mix it and eat it. Okay, it's very tasty. Also, you can have it. It takes care of all uterine reproductive health also. Yeah. Yeah, just as I said, the new fads, the new trend of the tendency, the frequency of people being labeled as lactose intolerant, gluten intolerant, it is increasing up, right? So rather than just focusing on the labeling of these terms, we should work on our gut health. Okay, and the thing is, we are not able to actually digest it. We're not able to assimilate or metabolize these lactose. It's a sugar that is found in the milk products, and gluten is a protein that's found in these wheat products. Okay, so it is also found in rye, and also we call rye bread, and all we have that, and also the barley, etc. So we should. Instead of keeping it away, we should actually develop our gut health so that we are able to digest it and then include it on our food on a daily basis, and we can digest because it's more nourishing food actually. Okay. And the caffeine addiction. Yeah, so yeah, some people think that it's difficult for them to start their day without their tea or coffee, and they function only with the tea or coffee. That's just in their mind actually. When you slowly, if you really actually want to do it, like getting off from the addiction, they should actually be very mindful about what they eat, and at least do not have it early in the first thing in the morning, because once in the previous night after you're done with your dinner and you're sleeping, all the digestion and metabolism, everything is happening, and there is more acid in the stomach. Okay, and there is kapha in the esophagus and all the linings. And the first thing, if you have coffee or tea in the morning, it's going to increase the acidity. Is maybe on a long term, it can cause even ulcers in the stomach also, and that can give you headache, migraine issues, everything. So slowly switching into a herbal tea, maybe green tea, or even CCF tea. CCF, they call it as CCF. That is nothing but coriander, fennel, and cumin seeds. You can slowly switch to that, and you can see the like addiction being withdrawn, and slowly you'll be getting a lot better. Next is how much water to drink. Yeah, just I had mentioned it before. It's not definitely not like you should. Everyone should drink 2 to 3 liters or 8 glasses of water per day. It all depends on the thirst. Thirst is a reflex actually. It's all because of the up mahabhuta. Up means like water, mahabhuta, that is found in our body. Whenever the element is less in the body, we get a thirst reflex. Okay, and that also varies in different doshas. The pitta kind of body type have a more tendency of getting thirst than the kapha. A kapha person doesn't have that much thirst reflex. So you should drink according to the thirst. And if you can, maybe for the kapha person, if you can boil the water with a piece of dry ginger, then it's well and good. And for the pitta person, if there is too much acidity in the stomach, or heartburn, or reflex and all, what you can do is maybe you can take a coriander, like few pieces of coriander seeds, and then boil water in that and drink. And also a handful of raisins can also be taken. Handful of raisins, and boil the water with it, and then drink it throughout the day. Maybe you can take it through the thermos flask to the office or something. Yeah, then it's very, very good for your acidity and to keep your gut health in balance. And for a vata person, maybe you can have with cumin seeds as well. Otherwise, normal water. So always sip on like warm water throughout the day rather than taking directly from the fridge and drinking. And also while drinking, also while eating food, there's a common question like whether to drink water before or after food. But it's always best to drink water like sip by sip along with the food. Just like how we grind the batter for dosa in a grinder. We add little by little water in between, right? It's not like too much of water in the beginning or too much water in the end. No, it's not like that. Just little by little in between. So the same way as the digestion is happening, you need to have little pouring of water in between so that it aids digestion. It supports for the better metabolism also. So yeah. Then coming to timing. Okay, timing is very, very important. We have always heard eat on time, eat timely meals, sleep on time, everything, right? Yes, it has its own importance because Ayurveda classifies these Vata Kala. I mean, Kalas according to the timing as Vata, Kapha, Pitta. So the 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is considered to be Vata Kala. Okay, and that's the reason why we need to wake up early in the morning during this Vata Kala by at least 5 o'clock, 5:36, so that there is a natural, called evacuation of bowels happening. You can see that the vata is a downward movement of air happening. So the person who is suffering from a long constipation, from a chronic constipation from a long time, if you regularly wake up during this period, during the early morning hours, you can naturally have a tendency to go to washroom. Okay, yeah. So, and also it's a calm and very peaceful time for your academic works, for your, creative works, everything, to take care of yourself and also. And it's a maximum oxygen in the atmosphere. It's called as Brahma Muhurta. Okay, that is 45 minutes before the sunrise. And then coming to 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the Kapha Kala. And people who have PCODs, the patients who come with PCOD issues or metabolic disorders and all, the first question we generally ask, either the doctors ask us, what is the time do you wake up? And most of them would be waking up by 9 o'clock in the morning, or maybe students or something, 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9, 10, like that. So there is a tendency of building of kapha in the body, gaining weight kind of symptoms can easily occur, can be easily promoting on waking up in this timing. So it's important to wake up early. And then coming to 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That is called Pitta Kala. Okay, that is the time when the sun is shining to its brightest power, and our Agni inside is also like like building up, and it's to that most capability. And that's the time when we have to have your biggest meal. It's not like the breakfast should be like the king, but it's always the lunch should be the biggest meal of the day, because our stomach has the gut has the apt amount of digestive enzymes to digest the food. Okay, and the timing also refers to if you wake up at a particular time in the morning, and if you eat your meals at a particular time in the noon, I mean the lunch time, and go for sleep at the same timing, our body gets so much in accordance with that of the nature, with that circadian rhythm. Okay, so keeping the alarm for 3 days, for the next fourth day, you need not keep an alarm itself. You'll wake up automatically. In the same way, when you have your lunch, usually have your lunch by 12:31. And for the next day, and if you're skipping your meal on one day, you're not able to eat on a particular day, and your body is already preparing for the meals that is incoming. Okay, they are already ready with all the pepsin, HCl or enzymes, and for digesting. So such people who tend to, especially pitta kind of people, who tend to skip the meals, that can cause increase in acidity, increase in heartburn and issues, gut health problems, etc. So that's the importance of having timely meals. Okay, yeah. And so 10 a.m. to now next is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and towards the evening hours is the time when old ones in our house, elderly people, they tend to say there's more pain in the joints, there's pain, the leg pains, arm pain, etc. They tend to tell more in the evening hours. Okay, yeah, that's because of the Vata Kala. And then coming to 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., it's a Kapha Kala. That's the reason why you need to have your early dinners by around 7:30. If you have your early dinner, then you have good amount of time for digesting it. You'll be walking around or doing some activities and all. And then by the time you're ready for sleep, you'll be already digest the food, so that all the energy need not be gone to the gut for digesting. Instead, the energy can be used for repairing what's happening throughout the body, for revitalizing the liver health and everything. Yeah. So 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. is Kapha Kala, and the next comes 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Pitta Kala. That is nowadays the research have already been showed, that all the hormones that is being secreting is during from the period of 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. 2 a.m. That's the reason why we need to be deep asleep during this period. Yeah, it's right, because that's called Pitta Kala. Pitta Kala is where there's more secretions happening, be it the hormones or whatever, enzymes, etc. So during this time, we need to be in very good sound sleep, so that our body is maximum utilizing these hormones and revitalizing it. Rather, if we are awakened or not sleeping during this time, that functions are being altered, are being hampered. It's not happening. Our liver is not getting revitalized, repairing is not happening. So we are not getting ready for the next day, right? So it's very, very important to sleep during this, to have a very sound sleep during the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. And for people who find it very difficult to sleep, I have also included in the session, we'll come across, they should try to have a very calm and, like a lifestyle right after the dinner. They can, switch off the harsh lights and reduce the usage of laptops or, gadgets, everything. And then maybe they can read a book or, write something and do something creative, etc., so that they are more settling down, grounding kind of effect happens. Yeah, next comes the Ayurvedic approach and mental health. Yeah, so mental health is given so much importance in Ayurveda because mental health, it's not just about the body, but the mind and the soul. That is, to be in bliss is the function, the definition of health itself in Ayurveda. So. Just like it's always commonly said, a simile, like how earthen pot and a ghee, like a warm earthen pot, when a ghee or a butter is placed on the earthen pot, if the earthen pot is warm, the ghee automatically turns hot, right? And the same way, if the ghee is hot, a ghee or butter is hot, and if it is placed on a normal earthen pot, the pot gets warm. So that's the relation it has with that of the gut. Okay, in the similar way, it has with that of the gut. So it's very, very important to nourish your system with the right amount of nutrition and the right metabolism and digestion with a proper agni, so that our rasa dhatu, we call the first dhatu called as rasa, that is the first formation, the transformation of our digested food, okay, that is nourishing our mind as well. So whenever a person comes up with the mental health issues, we need to check their, the diet and lifestyle, especially the diet, what they eat and what timing they eat and all. So if just by adjusting that, the correcting that, there is a lot of differences that happens with the mental health. Nowadays, people tend to have that upset kind of timings with that of the food, with that of, lifestyle, everything. So just by fixing that itself, there's a lot of changes. At least about 70% of the problems is just resolved with the timing and good food and lifestyle. Okay. And also exercising is very, very important, very good for the mental health. And also you need to do it according to your body type. It's not like doing HIIT, heavy, intense workout in the gym and you're increasing your cortisol. No, it's not the right way of combating any mental issues, especially thyroid conditions, thyroid problems. People tend to have the brain fog, the lack of ability to concentrate in work, etc. And these people have depressions, kind of anxiety kind of conditions also. So it's all because of the wrong pattern of eating and not the proper nourishment of rasa dhatu is happening, and it's all because of that. So Ayurveda takes it to the level of, again, to the gut health, to clearing the mental health as well. So there are amazing herbs that is available on a daily basis, that can be used on a daily basis, and also for particular conditions. If it is not handled just with the diet and lifestyle, then definitely you need to consult Ayurveda doctor to have lots of medicines, like Kalyanakritam. There are many things which should be taken only with a prescription under a doctor. And daily you may have the ghee that supports mental health so much. Daily 1 spoon of ghee is very, very good for your body. Then the butterfly pea plant, which is called as Shangu Pushpam in Malayalam. Okay, that is very, very good for mental health. You can make it as a juice or a drink or something. It's very good as well to calm down the mind, settle the mind, everything. And daily intake of amla is also good, and also a daily dose of exercising, pranayam, nadi shodha pranayam, meditation. All these works wonderful for mental health, clarity. And also, if you can, have a book or a, diary entry, by the end of the day, you can just write down whatever things that has happened, or your worries, or your questions, or like what are your things you're grateful for, you're happy for. All these things you can just note it down. Okay, and on the daily basis, this will definitely help you for the mental health. And doing this actually after 1 year or two, when you look back, it makes you so much happy, seeing to the position you are in, how much strong mentally you have become. Even that is a very good, sense of feeling to understand. Yeah, these are the practices for self-love. Ayurveda mentions daily practices that helps aid one with mental clarity and happiness, and beautifully describes ways to curb the mental conditions also. So one of the main, like aspects that is being told in Ayurveda is Dinacharya. Dinacharya, also Ritucharya. Ritucharya means seasonal routine, and Dinacharya means daily routine, and also night routine. So these are, like every Ayurveda doctor would recommend to every patient, regardless of what complaints they come with. If even if they come with a, like headache or a knee pain, whatever it is, we generally tend to ask about their routine, how their routine is. Okay. So it's very important to understand. So daily routine starts with what time you wake up. As I mentioned, you should be waking up by Brahma Muhurta. At least try. Not it's not a hard and fast rule. Okay. So as much as you are in accordance with the pace with the nature, it's that much optimum health you receive. Okay. So it's up to you. It's up to you to slowly follow one by one and see the difference it's making in you. And it's definitely not like a goal. It should be a way of living. Actually, it's not really like you reach a particular weight or you reach a particular shape and then you stop it. No, it's not like that. It should be a way of living. You should be understanding the reasons behind it, and live accordance with it. So waking up early in the morning, yeah, as I already told, it's the best time to evacuate your bowels. That is naturally happening because of the vata, dominance, and also the good time for which is peaceful time for learning, studying, writing, creative works, everything, taking care of yourself. And it's good time for the syncing with the circadian rhythm, and waking up early makes it anti-aging also. It's being told like that. Okay. And circadian rhythm, yeah, circadian rhythm is nothing but the 24-hour cycle in accordance with the nature. Like when you do it, for example, here we see there are many people who do night shifts, okay, night duty. So they tend to have, on a long run, it's not just like 1 or 2 days, but when they do it for long months or years together, they tend to have these hormonal issues, thyroid problems, metabolic problems, etc. Because when the nature is settling down, all the people are sleeping, one person is already awakened and doing all the works, and his vata is enormously increased. And that cycle, there's a clock inside our body called biological clock, okay, and that is so much disrupted, okay, and that is losing its pace with the timing of the nature, and it's confused. Actually, there are more of surprises that is given to the body. It's more not that good for your body. There is because they can trigger the immune conditions and all. It can trigger the immune system. It's not that good for the metabolism as well, for the overall health of the. It can get easily graying of hair, problems with the thyroid, everything, period, menstruations, everything can be affected. So just by fixing the timing, exact timing for waking up, fixing the same time for your meals, fixing the same time for your sleep, fix half the problem. It's at least 70% of the problem. Then on waking up early in the morning, there will be automatic, sensation for, urge for passing the bowels. You can go for it. Also, you can have Ushapana, we call it as, that is warm water first thing in the morning, so that you can have a tendency to go for the motion if you don't feel otherwise. And also then freshening up with brushing of teeth. And if you can, if you are more keen into, using more sustainable things, you can use the charcoal powders also. And there are many natural Ayurvedic powders that's available for brushing your teeth also. And then comes to tongue scraping. Tongue scraping, there will be, because of the, there's a kapha buildup, and because of the food that you eat the last day, there can be built of toxin inside on the tongue, So if you can remove it in the first thing in the morning, it's very good. And also that is igniting the appetite as well. And also the tongue tells you so much about your inside, about your gut. So if there is too much of buildup of white particles in the tongue, that means that the proper absorption or proper nourishment or metabolism is not happening inside, and you need to work on the gut health. Okay. So every day you need to take a mirror and look at your tongue, okay, and also clean it. And then next practice is Nasya. Nasya is done in 2 ways, which is done on a daily basis, and that is called Pratimarsha Nasya, and that which is done as a part of treatment for maybe Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease, or there are disease conditions. That is a different. That is to how we go to an Ayurvedic center and do it, and this is what is done on a regular basis at our home. And this can be done throughout our lifetime from 7 years of age till 70 years of age. Okay, so it's very, very good. I'll tell you the procedure. It's nothing but you need to take any oil, any of your favorite oil, maybe kumkumadi oil, coconut oil, etc. Then give a good warm oil, take it in and then give good rub so that it's getting warm, and then massage your face and neck properly, which is for 2-3 minutes. And then take your anutaila, or you can also take ghee, okay, cow ghee, A2 cow ghee. You can warm it up by double boiling method, maybe just keeping a hot water and then dipping the bottle, and then taking it out and then instilling droplets in each nostril. So you can just instill 2 droplets in each nostril and then inhale well like this, so that it comes to the throat, and there can be a runny kind of nose for a few minutes, like 5 minutes, and then it will be all fine, and you can just spit it out to what is coming to the mouth also. So if you do this on a regular basis, you will have a very, very good skin and very good hair health also. And it's good for the proper functioning of all the organs, sense organs, and good for the memory, for the intelligence, and especially for the kids, you can do it after 7 years of age. And for people who have migraine problems, premature graying of hair, wrinkles, early wrinkles, everything, it works wonder. It's a more of nourishment kind of treatment, that is being done for a daily basis. It can be done every day. And see to it that after this, immediately you don't go for a bath, okay? And also, after evacuating your bowels, you can do this Nasya procedure. Yeah, after getting up, freshening up, going to the toilet, and after evacuation of the bowel, you can do the Nasya. And maybe only after 1.5 hours, you can have your bath. Yeah. Yeah, and the oil, if you can use this Anu Thaila, it's really easily available in the market. Okay, it's Anu Thaila. Next is oil pulling. Yeah, oil pulling is also very much trendy now in social medias. Yes, it has the same benefits what's being told. That is very, very good for the oral health. Because there is the oral health is very much important as when it comes to the gut health as well, because of the enzymes that it produces, the bacteria, good bacteria and all. So it's also important to keep the teeth, the color of the teeth, the health of the teeth also. And at the same time, it takes care of the eyes as well, gums, teeth, eyes, jaw, everything. So what you do is take a glass of it, a mouthful of warm sesame oil, and then keep it in the mouth for a few minutes, for at least 5 minutes, or at least till your eyes get water, if you can do that. Initially, maybe you can take it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then keep it, and then you can spit it out. Okay, and then wash it off with warm water also. Next comes Abhyanga. So Abhyanga is nothing but daily like oil massages that you can do on a daily basis. It's nothing but applying warm oil, just warming up any oil that according to your body type. If there is too much of pitta in the body, then you can use coconut oil. And if it is other types, you can use sesame oil itself. It's good. And just warm it up and then take it in your palms and then give good massage, like on all the joints. It should be done in a circular motion and elsewhere in the longitudinal, straight way. Okay, and these are going to improve, the skin texture, especially definitely, and also improves the the blood flow, the circulation throughout the body, and keeps the skin moist and supple and moisturized throughout the day. And so definitely you need not have to go for any moisturizers or any serum or something if you do this on a daily basis, actually. Yeah. So also it can be done like before the exercise. It should be done actually before the exercise. Just do it like also just because of the feeling of massaging your own body, there's a tendency of producing feel good hormones, like happy hormones are being produced in the body because of the sense of touch. That's the same hormone that is produced when you hug someone, when you show affection, etc. So the same thing happens when you massage your body yourself with a good amount of oil and give good proper movement throughout your body. So yeah, that can be definitely done throughout your lifetime, definitely especially for kids also, and towards the elderly people, because that's going to have a control over the vata, all the pain and aches, and very, very good for joints and everything. Exercising, but according to your body type. Yeah, when you say exercise, it's not just about gymming, okay? It's not just about going to the gym or yoga, but you need to understand, Ayurveda tells about not exhausting yourself, not exhausting or doing rigorous kind of activities, like exercising. because when you're stressed, okay, and when you're first of all stressed because of any conditions, health conditions like PCOD or whatever, hypothyroidism, whatever, and also the with the add-on of the work stress and everything, the cortisol level is already high. And if you're doing the same amount of work in the gym, like exhausting kind of exercise at the gym, there is a rise in cortisol levels again, and that is not going to cure your PCOD issues or everything. So what you need to do is understand the requirement of your body, talk with a doctor, they'll definitely help you. So it's always with the half of your energy that you need to work out. Okay, it's not like completely exhausted. You should be able to come walk back to your home properly with a good energy. It should work out till half of your energy is lost and till you start sweating. Okay, and it's not like getting completely drained off with energy. Okay, so half of your energy, and also according to your body type. The reason is the person with a kapha body type will be very lazy and does not like to actually work out, right? And they are the ones who require the most of the workout or exercises mostly required for kapha people. And what kind of exercise we suggest is maybe like cardio, weight training, strength training, little more vigorous exercises, jogging, running, etc. Okay, but at the same time, the pitta kind of prakriti people they're always stressed up and they have so much of acidic issues, heat issues, etc. So they always tend to be like cooling their body, tend to like to cool their body, right? So it's best to do like swimming. It's very good for them to do swimming, and also if they are on a little bit on a bulkier side, they can also go join the gym and do like Zumba, kind of exercises, cardio kind of exercises also. And coming to the Vata kind of people, predominant people, they are first of all lean, but exercise is a must. And what suits them is leisure walks. Leisure walks by the park or garden or somewhere. Maybe they slow yogas, the asanas that they can practice. The Pilates, that is now trending. That is can also be very very good. Leisure walks and slow walks is very good for Vata kind of people. Whereas Pitta kind of people can go for swimming and moderate gymming also. But at the same time, Kapha predominant people are the ones who actually require too much exercise, not at least too much, but the most of the exercise. And they require actually gymming, good amount of workout, cardio, strength training, weight training. Yeah, so that's it. That's it about the exercise. And also the timing for exercise is also very important. They say it's best to work out in the morning hours than in the evening hours, because when you do it in the morning hours, there is a good amount of happy hormones that's already being produced in the body, which you can use it in the professional life as well. And also you are very happy about that you've already worked out. And at the same time, when you do it in the late night, not late night, in the evening hours, there is a spike of vata in the body, and there can be conditions where you not be able to sleep properly because of the excess vata in the body, and you're always hyperactive, and you not get easily grounded, you cannot get easily get settled in the night. Okay, so also there can be aches and pain in the joints, body, etc. So if you find that, always shift your workouts to the morning hours itself. Okay, next comes shower. Shower, do not, yeah, this maybe everyone knows about it, that do not put hot shower water on your head. It's not good for your eyes and your hair health as well. So it's always normal temperature water for the head and for the upper above the neck region, and it's always good to have warm water for your body. Okay, and yeah, so do not immediately take any, like after the meals, do not take shower immediately, because that is going to affect your appetite as well. And also there's a reason why you need to shower in the morning, because in the morning we generally have a tendency to not have good appetite, to not have good hunger for our breakfast, right? Almost some days, because we are always hungry during the lunchtime. So before your breakfast, if you have a shower, because that can kindle your agni, then that can kindle your digestive fire. So it's always good to have a abhyanga, to have a good oil massage, do your exercise at minimum, and then a good shower, then have your breakfast. Then your metabolism is all done. It's all good to go for your day. Then night routine. So night routine, as I just mentioned before, just after your dinner, it's always good to warm down, like keep the harsh lights off and keep a soft lights on, and keep back all the gadgets, the phone, laptop, everything, and then more settling kind of activities. Also you can light some candles, as I have mentioned here, like the what Acom provides is very very good things, like air fresheners, aromatherapies, and all what they have, the candles and all. So by doing that, it creates a sense of more of calmness and happiness also, and coming down from the stress and relief from the days of work and stress you had in the day. So it's more relaxing. So these kind of activities, and also if you can apply a little bit of oil, any oil, coconut oil or sesame oil on your soles, and give a good massage yourself, that's going to be very relaxing for you, and it generally creates a soothing effect and sleep in your body. And also if you can drop a little bit of 2 drops of any oil in the navel as well, it's very very good. It's very good for your overall health. So, and also just before the bedtime, you can practice pranayama. It's going to calm down again. It's improving the gati of the vata of vayu. And at the same time, if you can meditate for 5 to 10 minutes or pray, then it's very very good, and to have a very sound sleep, so that will be all have a sound sleep, because it's the timing from the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is very important to be in very good sleep. So you will be assuring of that, and you will definitely wake up very fresh the next morning. Yeah. And coming to the skin and hair care. Yeah. So the skin and hair care, the beauty is not in Ayurveda. It's not just about the external beauty. It's all about how you keep it inside. How is your gut health? That reflects on your skin and on your hair also. So just by looking at the pimples or the acne that is caused maybe on the chin area, that can suggest about the reproductive health that is telling, or the gray hair that you have can tells about the stress that you're having, or the excess pitta that is in your system, or the excessive usage of salt or spices in your food, etc. So the external tells so much about the internal. So it's very important to first take care of the internal health, and automatically you get it outside also. So other than that, maybe you can use use natural ingredients. Go for natural ingredients, because these chemical makeups, makeup like lip liners or whatever things, lipsticks, all these things can can act as a hormone disruptors, because that will affect our hormones, can cause problematic things with the hormone health also. So when you do it on a regular basis, it's going to definitely help, lead your problems because of the liver problems also, and thyroid and all hormone problems. So better to avoid it on a daily basis, and at least you can, if you want it to have once in a while, when you have some like special occasions or functions, etc., switch it to a more like Ayurvedic brand or more natural ingredients containing brand, and look for the contents like phthalate, lead, etc. It should not be there in the products. Okay, parabens, etc. It should not be there in the products. So look for such products, though it is a little bit on the costlier side. You can afford it. You should be able to get that, so that it takes care of your health, because whatever you put on your skin is absorbed into the system. Okay, especially on the lips, because there is so much of vascular system. There is blood supply, and that is directly entering the bloodstream. So it's very important not to put chemicals on your skin and your lips, everything, and hair also, because that can definitely act as a hormone disruptors, and can ruin our health. So switch to natural ingredients, like oiling your hair or skin on a regular basis can definitely help you with moisturizing, and once in a while you can scrub with your oats powder or basin mask and all. That's going to definitely help. And switching with dyeing, coloring of your hair with the alternative products, with Ayurvedic products or herbal products, can definitely be definitely good for you, bring very good results also. So yeah, other than these external products, also you can I can share some of the products, maybe some Ruby Organics. There are many organic products been coming up. Okay, Ruby Organics and also Mom and Co. All these things are said to be very chemical free, as far as even I have been using these products, but I've seen good results with these. And other than just the products, also the practicing of yoga asanas, particularly Sarvangasana and Matsyasana. Because if you know the postures, you know that you will have an idea that there is an increase in blood flow towards the face, towards the face and the head. So that there is a rush of blood flow, and that gives a glow. That gives a, there's so much of oxygenation that's happening, oxygen that's building up in the face, okay, in the hair also. That is promoting the hair health and the skin health as well. So doing that on a regular basis, and also Kapalbhati. The Kapalbhati, the word meaning itself, Kapal means to shine. Okay, so doing that on a regular basis itself brings good shine, for the external beauty. And the thing is, you need to find time, in doing these in a very very like busy life schedule. You need to definitely take some time on yourself, very determined, because understanding the the benefits and how it works makes you willing to do that. Okay, so getting up early in the morning, you will have enough time for all of these. So slowly, one by one, you can definitely incorporate these daily habits into life and see the changes it's happening, it's showing up in your life. And definitely, if it's not working, and you should definitely consult a Ayurveda doctor and seek for help. Okay, yeah. So thank you, and definitely you should, like follow most of them. I feel like you should be able to. It's pretty much clear, I feel. And if you have any doubts, or if you want to get in touch with me, please, have these website and mail ID. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Ashwini. It's very insightful and really very good. Thank you so much.
Thank